Hey, thanks for joining me today on my channel, and this is Discover My Fitness, and I'm in the middle of my weight loss challenge. And this weekend, I've been thinking about what the effects of overtraining are, and that's only because I got my e-bike and I've been riding it every day, and I feel like I'm having just a little bit of fatigue from that, maybe quite a bit actually. And so I was like, what are the effects? And does it apply to somebody who is, really not as active, now as I used to be? So I'm hardly active in comparison. And, I was sedentary before, so my activity levels are quite modest. So I'm going to give you a list of things to consider and think about, but I'm going to tell you first, I'm not a doctor, not a nutritionist. So anything you feel like is, questionable, definitely look it up yourself, see your doctor, see your dietitian, because these are just things for you to think about. And I'm not an expert, but they're things I've looked up and things that I'm kind of curious about for my own training. So the first one on the list is muscle loss. And I'm going to tell you that I don't really feel like I'm at that point where I'm muscle loss. I feel like just my cardio is actually strengthening me still. So my walking has been strengthening me, my biking's been strengthening me. I'm not at a point where my cardio is not helping my muscle strength. And I'm definitely not going so long and so hard that it's an issue. But overtraining cardio can have negative effects on muscle strength. So recommended is having a strength training program that can help you strengthen your legs and ensure you're not losing muscle mass. So very important if you're at the point where you're doing a ton of training and you feel like you are maybe feel like you're losing some of your strength. So just keep that in mind and maybe consult with a fitness trainer. So overtraining, it does have a risk of increased injury potential. And now that's just from overuse, because basically when you're using your body, the body's breaking down and then rebuilding, and it builds it back stronger. So you're basically pushing your body to a point where it's tearing down. And especially, I know this from my classes I took in university, where the muscle fibers are tearing and then the muscle rebuilds it. And it's kind of like those movies where the nanobites start, fixing things and putting them back together, in my mind anyway. So again, not an expert, so probably not true. So this is a thing, if you are doing that point where you're constantly just breaking down your body and you're not giving it time to rest and recover, you're definitely going to be at a place where your cardio is doing more to harm you than actually help you. So give yourself a chance for that recovery. And yeah. Okay, so I just read about this one, so I'm not 100% sure, but increased cardio can increase your levels of cortisol, which can change your moods and give you maybe bouts of depression. So not giving your body a chance to regulate this increased level of cortisol can create depression, mood swings, things like that. So are you feeling that you're at that point where you're exercising so much that you're feeling a little bit down, depressed, whatever, mood swings, so on and so forth? Are you regulating that part of your life? And is your overtraining affecting it? Okay, so this is where I think I'm at, the immune system breakdown. So I've gotten a cold this last week, and I'm actually usually pretty good. Like, as far as getting sick, I don't get sick. Well, I shouldn't say. I don't get sick really bad, and I usually, maybe have a day off. But I've had this chest cold recently. This is why it's made me think about this. But I got my e-bike, and I've just been e-biking all the time. And I know you're like, oh, e-bike's not exercise, but it actually is when you're at my fitness level. And it is exercise, and it's constant motion of the legs, because I have a pedal assist, not a throttle bike. So I'm not just riding it like a motorcycle. And so I'm doing that, and I'm still walking a bit, and my body just got tired, and so I ended up getting sick, and I didn't give myself any recovery time, because I basically biked every day for 2 weeks. And I was walking every day, but every now and then I'd be like, have to take a day. day off. Didn't seem to really dawn on me till this time, and this chest cold just won't seem to go away. And I'm like, I've been on my bike every day. So over-exercise can have a negative effect on your health and your immune system and make you more susceptible to getting illness. So be aware of that, because a cold really not that bad, but other things going on in your body you may not want to risk. So just keep in mind that your health is as important as going out and getting that exercise. Okay, so this is one that I didn't know about and I wasn't really concerned about it, but I should be, because I'm overweight, I'm diabetic, and it's heart problems. So with heart problems, what is the issue that you can have? So increased risk of arrhythmia. I read a couple other things, so it's definitely something. I'm gonna let you research it, because again, I'm not an expert, but just something to think about is what kind of heart problems can occur from over-exercise. And I always thought, like, I'd rather go out and exercise and risk the chance of having a heart attack than sit on the couch and just ensure I'm gonna have a heart attack. But in reality, over-exercising can do the same thing, can put you at that same risk. And I guess I always had that mentality that if I'm out doing something, I'm improving myself, whereas if I'm sitting on the couch, I'm not. And there is a limit where I might be putting myself at risk. Maybe I'm not at that physical level yet, but do I want to get to that level? I don't. So keep in mind, even when you're early on, you want to not overtrain. You want to teach yourself to have those days off. You want to teach yourself how to let your body recover. So go do your exercise, give yourself recovery time, feel positive about it. When your body's tired and you're feeling drained, that's a time when you need to take a break, right? So listen to your body, understand that your body might be telling you there's an issue with how much you're training. So important to keep in mind, because heart issues are very serious. So burnout and fatigue. So this is, to me, this is a little bit of doubling up on what I've already said, but chronic fatigue is not. So I think this is super serious, because I think I've been at this point before where I've hit chronic fatigue, and mentally I shut down, right? Physically I shut down, and that chronic fatigue just sets you up for failure, because you're not functioning properly, you're not reacting properly, you stop getting the gains that you're trying to get, right? So for me, I may have pushed myself too hard, because my weight level has kind of been going up and down. So as far as my weight loss, I may be at that point where I'm a little fatigued right now. So I need to find a way to get my resting in place so that I'm not at chronic fatigue where what I'm doing isn't giving me a gain, and it's probably hurting me more than helping me. But then, if I have that little bit of depression or mood change or mood swings, I want to be positive, and I don't want to step into chronic fatigue, because it's going to take me to a place where it's going to be the opposite of doing what I'm trying to do, which is my weight loss, become more active and be more physically capable, right? So that is a huge concern for me, and I wasn't even really thinking about it, because I was like, I'm not at a point yet, but I think I might be, right? Chronic fatigue. I don't think I'm maybe chronic fatigue, but I'm at a point where I need to think about it and care about it. And I think everybody should be aware of it, because when it starts happening, you want to shut down and allow yourself to recover and not get into the chronic fatigue, and take care of yourself, do your recovery, and let your body have time to, rebuild. So here's one that is very true for weight loss, is if you are overtraining on your cardio, it actually can slow down your metabolism. Well, based on what I read. So again, if you're doubting any of this, go do your research, look it up, go ask your dietitian, ask your doctor, ask your trainer. But if you're doing overtraining and you're affecting your metabolism, your metabolism starts slowing down, well, you're burning less calories. So you're not actually getting the benefit of the exercise to lose weight. So if you're trying to lose weight, that's a problem. Now, if you're tired because you went out and worked out yesterday and you just started working out and you've only worked out 3 times a week and it's a very light workout, it's probably just because your body's adjusting. But if you've been working out for 3-6 months and your body seems like it's slowing down and it's getting less energy, this could be a metabolism thing, so you need to address it. Now, I can't say your situation is that, so you need to talk to your trainer, you need to talk to a doctor. Pardon me. See, I'm sick. That's why I'm starting to think about this. Like, what am I doing to my body? Am I hurting it or taking care of it? And in metabolism wise, you want to get the most gain if you're trying to lose weight out of your exercise, and therefore overtraining, is it helping you or is it hurting you? And most likely overtraining is hurting you and your metabolism slows down, so keep that in mind. I touched on it already, but your mental health is important. So you can have increased stress and anxiety as well as depression. So when you're trying to lose weight and you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself to get out and exercise and do things you haven't done for maybe a long time, and you're feeling like socially not accepted because you're overweight and blah 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 blah, whatever that, you know, I'm not trying to discount any of your feelings, but what I'm saying is any number of things that might be stressing you or giving you anxiety are just amplified if you're overtraining and you get to that point where you've now put yourself in a negative mood. So on top of depression, worry about stress and anxiety if you are putting pressure on yourself, and overtraining can amplify that, right? So if you feel that you're having increased stress, anxiety, depression about your training and about your weight loss, where's it coming from, right? And is it because you're overtraining that perhaps you've now put yourself in a negative situation? That's my list. And this is something that I'm definitely thinking about because of my situation. So, you know, what is yours, and how is it going to help you if you are trying to lose weight and to be concerned with your overtraining or potential overtraining? I think it's a big issue anyways, and that's why I brought it up. And, you know, leave your comments below. Let us know if there's anything that you're dealing with that you're concerned about, and or anybody else you know, right? This is not about trying to cure somebody, but just make awareness so people can go out and find the help they need. All right, thanks for joining me. Hope you have a great day. See you next time.